So early prepping for tomorrow's Thanksgiving feast. There's only 5 of us, so I'm actually cutting back on some of the things I normally might do. And I've got the green bean casserole ready. That is just in the pan. I'm going to cover it and stick it in the fridge, and then tomorrow all I got to do is pop it in the oven to heat it through. I'm making a homemade bread and sausage stuffing. I've got Pepperidge Farm seasoned stuffing breadcrumbs. I'm going to use those. I have a pot of broth here heating up. What do I have? A couple bay leaves, about 4 cups of water, some poultry seasoning, some garlic powder. I don't even remember what all I threw in there. A tiny bit of salt because I used the Better Than Bouillon beef broth that I had left over, and that was probably a little more than a tablespoon, maybe close to 2 tablespoons, and that can be pretty salty, so I didn't add too much salt. I'll taste it in a little bit to see if I need to. And a little bit of white pepper, some garlic powder, some thyme. That's really all I've added to it at the moment. There is some seasoning in one of those breadcrumbs, so I don't want to season it too much. And I've browned a pound of mild pork sausage. It's Publix brand. Doesn't have all the added craps in it, that's why I use it. And half an onion, half a sweet onion. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up the meat, the bread cubes for the stuffing, and the broth. I'll mix that up in a bowl, and then I'm going to scoop it out using a ice cream scooper, the regular size, and I'm going to make these ahead of time. I can bake these tonight and then just warm them up tomorrow. So it's individual servings of stuffing in the muffin pan. I'll probably end up having to do 2 because I made quite a bit, or I'm making quite a bit. I got 2 packages of that. So it should have probably 1.5 to 2 scoops of stuffing per muffin, which is plenty. You can actually only do 1 if you want to have smaller servings. And then what you do is you bake them off, and then once they've cooled, you can actually wrap them individually and pop them in the freezer. And then you got stuffing, single serve stuffing whenever you want. Alright, so the stuffing I only used 1 bag of the breadcrumbs. That was plenty. And I'm going to use, this is a regular size ice cream scoop. 1 scoop fills the regular size muffin cup. I did not use all the broth that I made. I have about a cup or so left of that. And I'll use that. I'll save it for the gravy. And this is very moist. I will finish scooping that up and cover it and put it in the fridge. Change of plans on the stuffing. That little batch of stuffing I made is not such a little batch. I've got 12 muffins, stuffing muffins, and I've got all this left here. So what I am going to do is I'm going to cover this, put it in the freezer after it cools off, and then I can have it for Christmas or any other time in between. And we'll keep this and have this tomorrow. I will put this in a regular casserole dish and have it tomorrow. So there you go. Stuffing for 2 holidays. There's only 5 of us, so that's more than enough.